The Obama administration announced how they will be paying for the new round of what they don't want to call stimulus because the Republicans have made that a dirty word, when in fact there's nothing wrong with stimulus. The new round of stimulus that they want, whether it's the tax cuts that are directed at hiring the unemployed, et cetera, the payroll tax cuts, and also the spending on infrastructure. So they want to spend $447 billion on it. They said it would be paid. And now they've got a proposal to pay for it through $467 billion. Mission accomplished, if they can get it through Congress. Now, I'm really excited by this because this is a proposal that I wholeheartedly support. No more cuts on spending, going after people's Medicare and Social Security, at least not within this context. For the purpose of this new spending, they are saying we're going to pay for it by increasing some taxes in areas that are logical, that make sense, and I totally agree with them. Let me lay out the 4 areas that they're discussing and show you why it's so logical. Number 1, they say that for people making over $200,000 or families making over $250,000, they will limit their deductions, okay? So, look, that makes sense. If you're in the top bracket, they limit your deductions, and that brings some money into the Treasury. I got no problems with it. I was worried that they would limit deductions for everybody. So then the middle class would get hit really hard by taking away possibly their home mortgage deduction, et cetera. But since it doesn't hit the middle class, I'm much more comfortable with it. Now, number 2, they are treating carried interest as ordinary income rather than capital gains. Okay. Again, this sounds complicated. It's not. This is basically very large investors who make money off of investing other people's money, right? It's not their money that they're actually risking. It's not really capital gains. That's capital gains when you say, all right, I'm investing and I made this much money from capital gains. This is income that they are earning by investing other people's money. Of course, it should be taxed at the regular rate of 35% if they're in the top bracket. So they are going to fix that. That's fantastic. Number 3, they're going to end tax subsidies for the oil and gas companies. And that is to the tune of $40 billion over the next 10 years. Now, understand why that makes so much sense. Because you're telling the most profitable companies in the world, hey, you know what? We are today. I'll give you a subsidy for doing something you make a tremendous profit off of anyway. It's like giving Nike a subsidy to make sneakers. Well, they don't need extra incentive to make sneakers. They make money off of making sneakers. If you keep giving subsidies for things they make money off of anyway, you'll ironically turn this into a bit of a socialist or even communist country. Why would I give a subsidy to Coke to produce Coke? That doesn't make any sense, especially if they're already profitable. It's not a new industry or anything like that. And so why would we give money to ExxonMobil to drill for oil when they make a tremendous amount of money? In fact, they make more money than any other company in the world when they drill for oil. So taking away that subsidy is great and is money that no longer comes out of our pocket if it passes. And then finally, we will be getting rid of the tax break for corporate jet owners. Now, that's $3 billion, but hey, that's $3 billion that will take, obviously, a nonsense subsidy for corporate jets. I mean, this is exactly how the rich have rigged the system to make sure they pay almost no taxes and we share all the tax burden among the middle class, right? So I love that this is a proposal that actually brings in revenue. It's directed in exactly smart and logical ways. And the final reason that I like it is because it's smart politics as well as policy. Because it's basically the Obama administration saying, hey, you know what? If you want to make this argument, and you want to be for the rich, and you want to be for their corporate jets and their oil subsidies, et cetera, well, you go ahead and make that argument, but I'm for teachers. I'm for education. I'm for infrastructure. In fact, they say it. Here's President Obama, quote, do we keep tax loopholes for oil companies or do we put teachers back to work? Now, you see, that's good framing. Okay, that makes a ton of sense. When you go into election, you go, okay, I'm for the teachers, they're for the rich. Whose side are you on? Okay? I mean, it's politics 101. Thank God they're finally there. Quote number 2 from Obama. Should we keep tax breaks for millionaires and billionaires? Or should we invest in education and technology and infrastructure, all the things that are going to help us out-innovate and out-educate and out-build other countries in the future? Oh, thank God, finally some sense. If you want to oppose our policies, fine. Republicans, stand on the side of millionaires and billionaires. We're on the side of spending money on infrastructure, teachers, and that's part of this new stimulus that he's proposing. $35 billion goes to rehiring teachers at the state level, okay? It's winning politics. It's winning policy. Let's go get them.